for the UP Junior Fighting Maroons at guard number 18, Rocco Melacor. The other guard number 19, Daryl Valdevilla. At center number 15, Jaime Gomez Deliano. Forward number 3, Bruce Gobongbanwa. And the other forward number 2, Nathan Egea. The head coach of the Junior Fighting Maroons is Paulo Mendoza. Starting for the De La Salle Junior Archers, at guard number 19, Alwin Arboleda. The other guard number 9, Kiefer Alas. At center number 25, Charles Dimano. Forward number 77, Tomas Cruz. And the other forward number 24, Wacky Espina. The head coach of the Junior Archers is Boris Aldeguer. Our officials to this ball game, Endita Bonicario, Gomer Obina, Clarence Cizon, and the alternate, Dave Aravillo.
The starting five for UPIS, Melacor, Gobongbanwa, Egea, Deliano in the middle, and their dynamic guard, Daryl Valdevilla. And on the other side, Zobel will have Arboleda, Cruz, Espina, Dimano, and another ace, Kiefer Alas. Our officials who will dictate the action, Boticario, Obina, and Cizon. So UPIS versus De La Salle Zobel, our second game of our doubleheader here inside Arenata Coliseum. We are live on the Filipinas Live app. Glad you could spend your Sunday morning with us, Yoyo Sarmenta, together with Melissa Newsom. Right away, Melacor starts us off, and that's what's great about high school basketball. It's just non-stop action, Melissa.
Yes, these players are still young, so they have all the energy, and they're showing it in these first few possessions here today.
Valdevilla loses control all the way up. Kiefer takes a closer look, and he is fouled. You know, all the attention will go on him as La Salle's leading scorer.
Yes, we know that Kiefer does have the green light to shoot. He's the leading scorer for Zobel, and UPIS, they're going to have to play really good defense against him to slow him down.
I'm sure, Melissa, while you're doing your research, watching Zobel play, what have you seen so far from this young star?
You know, he's just full of talent, and he's so young still, and once he develops all those fundamentals and finds his game, it's going to be great to see him grow and develop.
And that's his dad, Coach Louis, always in attendance for his son.
And, you know, I'm sure he's learned a lot, not only from his dad, but his brother as well.
We're also wishing Kevin a speedy recovery from his ACL injury. Back to the action. A deep three does now work for UPIS. Dimano working in the paint, spinning his way. The basket is good, plus a foul for Charles Dimano.
We see here Zobel just going in strong from the very tip of this game, which is what they needed to do. They fell behind early in their last game, and you could see they've learned from that, and they're trying to set the tone and the pace.
So some quick substitutions for the Junior Fighting Maroons, which they don't do a lot, Melissa. If you agree with me, they have a short rotation talking about UPIS. And what is the benefit of that?
Yes, UPIS, they go with a 7-man, you know, rotation, and that shows how great they are from their starters. They are #1 so far in their starters' points. However, that could prove difficult if their starters do happen to get tired in this game.
So let's see if that trend continues for UPIS. 𝔬𝔬𝔬 had the notion, decides to give it to 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 𝔬𝔬 with the 3. And 𝔬𝔬 had 12 points in the first period against FEU Diliman, looking to start strong again here.
Yes, 𝔬𝔬 had 24 total points in their last game.
And right away, Valdivia against 2 defenders on him.
And both of these teams are in the top 3 in perimeter shooting in the league so far. So I'm expecting to see some hot shooting from the outside.
Traveling violation called on Zabel. Valdivia left open. Can't make the defense pay. Here comes Alas. Alas. Ball away Jay, in and out. 7-4 here in early goings. 7:40 to play. Early core. Deep 3. Fun rims that one.
You can see Zobel really clouding the paint for UPIS, so they're settling for those outside shots.
There's a scramble inside. Alas. Can't get the gimme, misses a second time. 2 unfortunate misses from keeper.
And we saw there on that possession, UPIS doesn't need to get those defensive rebounds to keep Zobel from getting those second chance points.
There's Coach Paulo Mendoza giving last-minute instructions on this defensive stance. Alas, 3 on the way. Misfires again. 𝔬𝔬 with the 2 of that nice steal from Basiliano.
UPIS struggled in their last game in the rebounding category, and we saw in that possession, the past few possessions, they're still struggling. They need to find a solution quick.
9-4 in favor of the men in green. Alas whips a pass inside. 𝔬𝔬 ran out of room. Can't believe it, but he has called for a traveling violation.
You saw there, Zobel was in a 2-3 zone and making it difficult for UPIS to operate on that block.
Hernandez sees an opening, gets the defense, gives it up. That was a 3-pointer miss. Abeliano leaves it to 𝔬𝔬 He is fouled on the way to the cup.
UPIS there played good defense until the end, but just bailing out LaSalle Zobel with a foul.
Oh, nice feed inside. 𝔬𝔬 gets the basket plus a foul on Gomez Iliano.
Pushing foul number 15, Jaime Gomez Iliano. That's his first personal. Team foul number 4 and 1 for Charles 𝔬𝔬.
𝔬𝔬 had 13 points, 5 rebounds against FEU Diliman. Looking to start strong again here. There's Valdivia, but an offensive foul is called on Tubang Banwa.
Yes, UPIS will need to make sure the screen is set before moving.
We have a ceasefire on the floor. The SAL up here 11-4, 6:04 remaining. We'll be back. Back inside here, the Araneta Coliseum, where Camilo Tarin and Angel Sorada will take on the USC Grounding Tigers, hoping to force a deciding third game. The defending champions are in the ropes, and their championship pedigree will be tested today, and that should be a good one, Melissa.
Yes, such exciting matches here for today, all day today here in the Araneta Coliseum.
So join us here inside the Big Dome or on the Pilipinas live app. Back to the action as Melicor drives for 2.
Melicor is just so good at using his quickness to get to the basket.
the other side. Back to Alas, top of the key. Shot clock winding down, but that shot is good from Babeliano.
Nice three-point shot there. Even with the defense in his face, he was able to knock that one down.
The answer on the other end from Melicor. Apologies, that was Hernandez with the three.
That was the first three-point shot for UPIS.
Alas is clipped while he was seeking a jumper. And we were expecting a shootout, Melissa, and so far the guns have been out. And both teams trading huge baskets.
Yes, as we mentioned earlier, both of these teams are in the top three for perimeter scoring. But again, that's such a small sample size so far, but they're proving nonetheless so here in this game today.
Shooting two free throws, keeper Alice.
Kiefer at the line to shoot two.
And we could see that Alas really has the green light to shoot. He's taken 6 field goals so far here in this game today.
6 field goal attempts in 5 minutes. Can't get the second free throw, but there'll be possession by LaSalle. And that basket is good. Daha. To 9 in favor of Zabel. Melicor, floater does not work. Last looks up, looks at his options. Jumper on the way. And a battle for the possession. Daha can't control it, that's why it's UPIS ball.
You can see LaSalle Zabel has the slight height advantage on the inside. That's why they are really making it difficult for UPIS to grab those rebounds.
Melicor is fouled by Davao.
And although a foul was called there, I like the defense of Davao on Rocco Melicor there. He knows that Melicor is really, really quick, so he has to keep him in front of him.
So here's that matchup, Melicor versus Davao. Now there's a switch. Melicor, step back three on the way. Too strong. He gets his own miss. Shot clock recycled to 14 for Dalla Valdivia. Melicor with 5 with the shot clock. 3 on the way is good.
Just a beautiful shot by Melicor there. Very high arcing, getting over that defense.
Melicor coming off a 23-point performance in his last game against USC. Cabelliano creates space. Nice move by the youngster.
And I like the pace that both of these teams are playing at. They're finding their offense, they're operating well, and they're not rushing anything.
Valdivia against the tall trees of LaSalle is denied. Cabelliano takes a closer look. Cabelliano, high looping jump shot, catches air. Cabelliano, the bucket plus a foul.
And what a nice pass by Gomez Deliano. Just getting it right exactly where he needed it. And that's just beautiful transition offense, Yo-Yo.
Of course, Gomez Deliano is the younger brother of Gomez Deliano boy, the seniors ranks of the UAAP.
And we're really seeing the next generation come up this year. There's a lot of siblings of older PBA players or former college athletes.
Or the sons like Alas, Arboleda. Lots of stars here. In the meantime, Cabelliano takes in too strong on that triple. Oh, Egea had the rebound. Had to it, but left his pivot foot.
So we saw UPIS had a slow start, but they're already within 4 points now.
Fabriano, another crack at the basket, still a miss from Fabriano. Loses the ball. Ahead they go. Oh, that pass is picked off. Here comes Alas. Espina, jumper on the way, too strong. So a lot of shots, a lot of misses, but nonetheless aggressive from both teams, Melissa.
Yes, very aggressive. I'd like to see both teams pick and choose their shots a little better.
Agriculture number 24, Wami Espina. Substitution.
These are young players. How do you develop that patience, especially, you know, so we're talking about teenagers here?
Yes, I'm sure these players watch their older companions and in the leagues above, and that's how they learn, not only in the NBA, PBA, and men's division as well, and women's. And you learn that pace just by playing, being put in game-like situations.
So let's see if the junior archers will exhibit patience here. The Mancas with the three-pointer miss. Minute and 20 remaining. This is what has been a fast-paced first period. Valdivia against a tall defender in the Mancas. Hernandez stop and pop, left it short. Oh, that jumper is goal from Bondaha.
And Daha really has the height there, so seeing him take those outside shots is quite impressive.
Crossover and jump shot is a miss from Dara Valdivia. Mancas gives it to his big man down low. Oh, nice move in the baseline for Bondaha.
Daha with back-to-back points here. He's really finding his offensive flow.
That was an unfortunate turnover from Egea. Just couldn't control it.
Yes, we look back at this nice three-point shot by Daha, and then on the next possession, that great baseline drive, just reading the defense perfectly.
Last 6.5 seconds, UPIS has a chance to cut to this lead. That is up by 9, 23-14. Last shot time for the junior Fighting Maroons. That three-pointer catches air from Peter Hernandez. And that will do it for the first 7 minutes. And LaSalle ahead 23-14 here. Let's revisit some of the highlights here, Melissa.
Yes, we saw LaSalle Zobel coming out strong off of the tip. They were driving strong against UPIS's zone, and a bright spot for UPIS has been Melikor. He's hit three-point shots, drove as well, and both teams really being patient within their offense and reading the defense well, just like we see here, driving to the basket.
1 quarter down, 3 more to go. LaSalle is up 23-14 after the first quarter. We'll be back for the second. (23-14) here inside the Big Dome. The Zobel Archers are up here. And what have you seen so far, Melissa, after the first 10 minutes of play?
Off the tip, LaSalle Zobel has set that pace to the game, and they've been striving off of that and really, you know, setting the tone to this game, and UPIS is struggling.
That's Adonis Santa Maria on your screens, supporting the junior archers. He has his son playing, Daniel. So a lot of second-generation stars here. Brothers and sons, more importantly. Hernandez, that is a sorry miss. And a double black eye for UPIS as Tumangbano has gone on the push from behind.
And despite Hernandez missing that layup, I like the energy UPIS came out with. They're playing with a sense of urgency in that first possession there.
A sense of urgency is needed because they are down here by 9. Three-pointer on the way. It's a miss from Gubat. Valdivia tried to get the ball, but instead it's on the other side for UPIS. Igea now gives it to the top scorer, but only with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Darrow misfires. Not a very good possession there for UPIS.
Yes, very quiet here so far in this game has been Valdivia, but he gets a steal there.
And he goes the layup. Another chance for the Junior Fighting Maroons. Igea. Top 2 for Ethan Igea. I think that was a double reverse jinx.
Yes. They call it the commentator's jinx, yo-yo.
Here's Darrow. The leading scorer of the league entering to me. He is blocked. Ball is saved by Zobel. Here comes Wacky Espina. Espina left-handed layup is good.
And what a move by Espina, just using his footwork to get to the basket.
Slowly but surely, LaSalle is pulling away here. Melicor sees a couple of defenders. He is fouled on the hip.
And Melicor has been one of the bright spots for UPIS. But LaSalle Zobel, this is exactly how they built this league. With drives like that from Espina, setting the pace and the tone to this game.
And UPIS can score on that possession. Well, we'll go back to the men in green.
And UPIS really needs other players to step up, as Daryl has been struggling in this game today to score.
Zobel looking for win number 2 in the young season, coming off a loss against FDU Diliman. Oh, that's a pretty looking jump shot from Wacky Espina.
Yes, Espina just being patient with that shot fake. And when the defense jumped, he knew exactly what to do.
7:20 to play. UP needs baskets. Melicor is fouled once again. He's been getting a lot of those fouls, those hand check fouls, especially on the hip. Talking about Rocco Melicor.
And that's to no surprise, because in their last game, Melicor got to the line 12 times as well, and he went 8 from 12 from the free throw line. And we're seeing that same performance today.
He is a fearless driver, talking about Melicor. Igea with 5 on the shot clock. Time is running out for the Fighting Maroons. And time did run out. Shot clock violation for UPIS.
So just great defense there by Zobel, forcing UPIS to use all of the shot clock. You see UPIS is still in that zone.
And the zone worked that time. They make a stop. Now they're pushing. Valdivia goes to the reverse.
Daryl there finally gets his first points in this third quarter.
Espina, the zone buster for LaSalle.
And that's to be an issue for UPIS if they stay in that 2-3 zone and 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 starts to knock down those outside shots.
𝔍𝔬𝔫 sees an opening but loses the leather, though it will stay on the side of UPIS.
Yes, looking here at Daryl going under for the reverse. And then on the other end, 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 answering back with that 3-point shot.
And as we were checking the highlights, 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 scores another one. So we have a timeout on the floor, 10-point game, 6:09 to play. We'll be right back. Ten-point game here, 6:09 to play left in the first half. 𝔍𝔬𝔬 so far keeping UPIS at arm's length, but 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 heating up just a bit. And let's see if the league's two top scorers continue to pour it on here. They gave it to Alas. Let's see if that zone continues to bother the junior archers. Espina, we had the 3 earlier. Fabriano sees an opening, but that is blocked from behind by 𝔍𝔬𝔬𝔬.
Great defense there by 𝔍𝔬𝔬𝔬, just knowing where he was going with the ball, getting that block.
4.2 to shoot for 𝔍𝔬𝔬𝔬. Andre Fabriano fakes, gives it up. Bondaha, time running out. Fabriano, did he get it off in time? No, he did not.
So we see the 2-3 zone of UPIS working for them on that possession there.
But UPIS throws it away. And that was the first pass of the play. And Alas, you can't give up easy opportunities for Alas and the 𝔍𝔬𝔬𝔬 archers.
And if you're UPIS, that's one thing you want to avoid is those unforced turnovers.
𝔍𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 answers with a layup of his own. Now, you're exactly right. It doesn't matter if you play a solid zone defense if you turn the ball away. 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 can't get the N1 opportunity.
We see here Alas, just that beautiful drive splitting the defense. And 𝔍𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 on the other end answering back again with his quickness. And I like the fight that 𝔍𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 is showing today.
No, Melissa, very quickly, what are the strengths of the zone defense, especially at this level, you know, forcing that other team to shoot, as we see the family and friends of 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 in attendance supporting 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬.
Well, back to your question, Yo-Yo, the 2-3 zone really clogs the paint, so it's making it difficult for 𝔍𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 to operate. But what 𝔍𝔬𝔬's doing well is they're finding those gaps within their zone, and they're still getting points in the paint. So UPIS will need to make a few adjustments to fix their rotation.
Let's see the attack there in the paint by Fabriano, but Junior Fighting Maroons get the steal.
That's great rotation there on that zone.
Melicor stop and pop 3 off to the side. Daha is fouled all the way to the cup.
And 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬, they're not waiting for UPIS to get set up in their zone. They advance the ball, and that's how they're at the line now, shooting 2.
That has been working hard here. 7 points, 7 rebounds for the big man. The Sun getting a lot of fouls from UPIS. So that goes 1 for 2. Lead is at 11 for 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢. From Ziliano, quick three does not work.
Good look off of that horn set, just couldn't get it to fall.
They swing it over to 𝔑𝔤𝔪𝔢. 𝔑𝔤𝔪𝔢 from deep off to the side. But we'll go to the other side.
𝔑𝔤𝔢 shooting 33% from the three-point range right now. So the zone of UPIS, I can expect them to keep that zone since they're not shooting well from the outside.
Daniel Santamaria just checked in. We saw his dad earlier. Here he is, defending way out in the perimeter. That's 𝔐𝔫𝔠, floater. Doesn't get it. Oh, nice move by Andre Pabellano.
It's a nice sidestep there. 𝔑𝔤𝔢 doing a great job at getting to the rim.
Lead is at 13 for 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢. Valdivia met by Santamaria. A series of moves. Still has it. Well, we'll go to our hardworking cameraman. We have a stoppage on the court. Timeout by UPIS. They're still down big here under 3 minutes to play in the first half. UPIS Junior Fighting Maroons are 0-2 on the season, and now they're down by 13 against these 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢. Junior Archers need some points. And a near steal by 𝔑𝔬𝔪𝔢, and he is called for a foul. Asking for an explanation from our referee.
And UPIS has to be careful more and take care of the ball. They do have 10 turnovers already, and they almost had another one on that possession.
So Mako will take a seat with 3 personal fouls. Tumong with 5 on the shot clock. There's a whistle as he was taking a jumper. Foul on Charles Dimano.
And Bruce had 12 points versus UST in their last game.
And we've been talking a lot about Darren Valdivia, but he needs some support. And Rocco Melicor was there, Tubombano was there, Ethan Iguea is there. Just a matter of putting everything together, right?
Yes, all 4 of those players were in double digits last game. And like you said, Yo-Yo, they just need to find a way to put it all together.
Santamaria working hard in the glass. Tumong left it short, rebound Santamaria. Here's Pabellano bringing the ball up. Gives a pass to the corner, 3-pointer on the way, left to the side. And Charles Dimano gets the N1 opportunity.
Here we see the shot go up, but just right underneath the basket. Right place, wrong time, and just finishing there. And again, UPIS struggling with the boards just like in their last game.
The lead now is at its highest, 17.
𝔑𝔤𝔢 out-rebounding UPIS 30-19. And that's a really big difference, and UPIS needs to find a solution for that quickly.
Melicor drives inside, he goes outside, and much needed basket for UPIS.
UPIS has had good possessions here and there, but they need to be consistent with it.
possession. That will go against Fabius, I believe.
𝔐𝔠𝔫 here with this nice dime to the outside for that three-point shot. And they need more possessions like that. They need to move the ball more, get their teammates open, find the open man.
Here's a shot from the corner. Same shot, same result. Now it's 𝔐𝔠𝔫's turn to hit the three.
And same spot, that corner, that left corner three.
Țăbeleanu, jumper on the way, and he switches in the J. Action picking up here in the last 2 minutes of the second period, and 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 is clipped while he was taking the jumper.
I like these last two possessions by UPIS. Like I said, driving strong, kicking it out to that corner three.
𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 back at the line again. Goes 1 for 2 is Bruce.
See if UPIS can get a defensive stop here as we come down to the last minute of this quarter.
Nice passing by Isabel. And Santa Maria is foul going to the hole. You see, Isabel is challenging that interior defense of UPIS, whether it's a zone or a man-to-man, they're just attacking the paint.
Yes. 𝔬𝔢𝔫 are being the aggressors here in this game today, and it's apparent with how many times they've been to the line.
That's his dad, Adonis Santa Maria. With a smile on his face. Yeah, you're on camera, Dad.
It's always nice to see the family and the friends of these players come out and support them.
Of course, his dad, Adonis, was a LaSalle legend back in his day. And his son, Daniel, hoping to continue on that legacy here. Under a minute to play in the first half. Valdivia is fouled. Țăbeleanu is going for the foul, trying to stay on the league's top scorer.
And 𝔬𝔢𝔫 doing a great job at keeping the players in front of them when they are driving to the basket, but just bailing them out on that possession with that foul.
Valdivia coming off a 26-point performance in a loss against UST. Last year's Rookie of the Year, putting on a solid sophomore campaign so far. And he makes it 43-32, down to the final 54.6 seconds in the first half. Back after this. Junior Archers hoping to press on this lead, 43-32. Final minute here in the first half. LaSalle in possession. They give it to their top scorer, Kiefer Alas. Gives out directions. Fabius. Alas looks up at his options, sent to work with. And that is an out of bounds, right off a timeout.
And great defense by UPIS there. They just need to be more consistent with it and play it each time down the court.
𝔍𝔞𝔪� gets the basket plus a foul.
𝔐𝔠𝔫 here seeing the defense and driving strong to the basket. And he might be the quickest player on the court out there today. Already with 14 points in this game.
Misses the second free throw. Down to the last 30 seconds. Țăbeleanu called for a palming violation as he was driving to the hole.
I think he got a little excited there. He knew where he wanted to go with it.
the Avilia. Hernandez left it short. Alas with 15 on the shot, or the game clock rather. Alas all the way for 2. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 loses the basketball out of bounds.
Unfortunate possession there for UPIS.
Last shot time here. Alas, and he beats the buzzer. What a drive from keeper Alas. Let's take a second look.
His second time down the court. And against 2 defenders, getting up there to beat the buzzer.
That's his second drive to the cup towards the end of the second here. Keeping UPIS at bay. Zobel in full control so far, 47-34. Let's revisit some of those highlights, Melissa.
Yes, 𝔂𝔢𝔫 still operating very well on the inside despite UPIS's 2-3 zone. But there have been a few bright spots for UPIS. Daryl started to get his game to come to him. But again, where UPIS is struggling is their 2-3 zone, and that's where 𝔂𝔢𝔫 is operating greatly.
Let's see how the two teams will adjust. But right now, it's Zobel Junior Archers up 47 over UPIS 34 at the end of the first half. We are at halftime here inside the big dome where the Zobel Archers are up 47-34 over the UPIS Junior Fighting Maroons. LaSalle looking for win number 2. UPIS still looking for that elusive first win. 2 quarters down, 2 more to go. Let's break down some numbers here, Melissa.
𝔂𝔢𝔫 has been shooting really well from the field. They're shooting at 48%, whereas UPIS, they're struggling a little bit, shooting 36%, but they're still finding their shots and shooting from the perimeter. But what stands out to me the most is the rebounding category. 𝔂𝔢𝔫 has 32, UPIS only has 19 rebounds, and 10 of those from 𝔂𝔢𝔫 have been offensive rebounds, and I think that's where they're operating greatly from, and that's why they built this lead they have.
So that's why LaSalle is up double digits, but great effort so far from UPIS, getting a number of contributions, not just from their top scorer, Daryl Valdivia, but though he is scoring, but a lot of contributions from Rocco Melacor, 𝔂𝔐𝔫𝔤, and great fight so far for UPIS.
Yes, UPIS is getting some great contribution, but they need more production from their other players as well, because 𝔂𝔢𝔫 is defending them really well.
And on the other side, lots of interior plays from Waki Espina and the rest of the Zobel Archers.
Yes, off the jump, they have controlled the tempo to this game. They're dominating both in the paint and shooting well from the 3-point range. So UPIS really needs to fix those gaps in their 2-3 zone in order to stop Zobel.
And our leading scorer so far, lots of points for UP, but has not translated yet to the lead. But on the other end, balanced scoring so far from Zobel.
Like you mentioned, Yo-Yo, UPIS is finding ways to score. However, they need to get defensive stops in order to close this lead.
And Daryl Valdivia does not have 18 points. He does have 8, though Rocco Melacor is leading the way with 14. I know Daryl can score, but LaSalle has done a tremendous job in trying to limit the league's leading scorer entering this ball game. And what kind of adjustments do you want to see from either squad here, Melissa?
Well, for UPIS, like I mentioned, I want them to adjust on their defense in that 2-3 zone. 𝔂𝔢𝔫 is not shooting very well from the perimeter, so it's working, but they need to find a way to close those gaps so they don't score inside the paint.
So third quarter underway here, our second game of our doubleheader in the UAAP Boys Division. That you could spend your Sunday morning here with us on the Pilipinas Live app, where your Samantha joined by Melissa Newsom bringing you the action. Melacor had 14 points in that first half. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 can't get the angle. Alas UPIS looks up ahead. Down low they go. Errant pass picked up by Daryl Valdevilla. And he goes soaring inside for two. What a tough shot.
What an athletic finish by Daryl there. Not even quite sure how he pulled that off.
I thought he was already trapped and then he switched his hands. Near turnover, Santamaria muscles his way inside for two.
And that's where UPIS has been struggling, inside that shaded area. Both defensively and offensively, actually.
Action has picked up just a bit here. Melicor sees an opening. There's a whistle. Can't get the N1 opportunity, but he will go to the line to shoot two. And here's that replay, Melissa. Just when I thought he ran out of space, creates space mid-air.
Yes.
But on the other end, it's Santamaria with the deuce. Both teams coming out swinging here in the first minute and a half here, Melissa.
I like the sense of urgency that UPIS came out of that half with. I'm not sure what coach told them in that halftime, but it seems to be working.
UPIS sticking with that zone defense, and it worked that time. Here comes 𝔐𝔤𝔫𝔢𝔰. Waits for his friends. Gives it up to their leading scorer, Valdevilla from deep. And he is fouled while taking a jumper.
And it looks like the landing space is where they called the foul on, and that's why Daryl's gonna go to the line and shoot three free throws. And that landing space is very crucial. I know they're very strict on that, especially in the NBA.
Melissa, as a prime defender back in your day, how do you balance, contesting that jump shot and making sure that you don't, disrupt that landing space?
It starts in the closeout. You need to chop your feet to slow your body down, and then just make sure you have that hand up. That change of speed is very important.
So when to shift down and really slow down, as it is now a one-possession game. Sorry, a single-digit game, not one possession. I know I'm bad at math, but not that bad. Abeliano against the zone, sees a crack, doesn't get it. Here comes Valdevilla racing down, stop and pop, green light to shoot. And look at the crowd. He is feeling it.
Daryl has come out of that halftime this hot, guns blazing. After getting that steal, dribbling all the way down for that wide open three-point shot.
And look at the confidence of this young man. We have a timeout on the floor. 6-point game. We'll be right back. Keeper Alas hoping to stop the bleeding here. What's a 17-point lead is now a 6-point advantage. Oh, nice interior passing by Zabel.
Zabel just so good at finding those gaps in UPIS's defense.
Great patience that time. 7:20 to play here in the third. Bumbanwa, nowhere to go. Egea caught stepping out of bounds.
There's been quite a few of those stepping calls today, Yo-Yo.
Shoe sizes of kids these days are too big. As you see this replay. You're right, Melissa. They're finding cracks in that defense.
Just beautiful passing and beautiful cuts by Zabel.
Espina to the corner they go. Alas, drills in the three. So that's one way to beat that zone. Forces UPIS into a timeout. Let's watch that again. Wide open three in the corner.
Yes, UPIS just a little late on that rotation. As LaSalle leads as we head into this timeout, 54-43.
And right as when UPIS was making a run, it has been quelled by the shot making and the defense of the LaSalle Zobel junior archers, led by that man who drilled the three in the corner. Let's see if the junior Fighting Balloons can keep their offensive flow in the mix. And that three-pointer is good by Gustavo Bagua.
Huge shot coming off a timeout for UPIS.
Daha, corner left it short, gets his own miss. Alas in the corner. Espina. And one of the prettiest looking jump shots in the boys division. Mauricio Wacky Espina.
He's so smooth and he gets great height on that arc.
And he's a tall swing man. He can rise above defenders. That's Melicor rising up for that floater.
Melicor just displaying his float game here today. And sometimes as a smaller guard, that's what you have to develop, a nice float game on the inside.
Battle for the rebound is won by 𝔍𝔫𝔦𝔰.
These second chance points by LaSalle Zobel are going to end up making the difference in this game if UPIS can't close this lead.
Melicor surveys his options, decides to take it upon himself. In and out on that three. Another crack. Here's Gomez Ziliano. Blitz that one. Pabellano takes in. Bullseye for Andre Pabellano.
Andre with another three-point shot from Zobel. It seems like that left corner is what's working great for them.
Valdivia, jumper, can't get it. The Bagua triples it for two.
Much needed points there for UPIS. And I think UPIS, they need to work on their shot selection a little more. They're shooting very early in the shot clock. I'd like to see them move the ball more and see if they can get better open shots.
4:50 to play. 𝔍𝔫𝔦𝔰 is fouled. UPIS asking for a travel. Instead, it is a foul. Foul on Dara Valdivia. And looking at the De La Salle bench, no Coach Boris Aldeguer, who was ejected in the last game against FEU Diliman. Pabellano, jumper left it short. Alas, LaSalle another chance. And there we go for Daha.
3 offensive rebounds by LaSalle Zobel on that possession.
40 rebounds for Zobel, 25 from the offensive glass. Valdivia misses. Melicor, he is fouled by Espina going to the cup.
Here again, we see these 3 offensive rebounds by LaSalle Zobel.
Yeah, from rebound from Dimano. I'm just gonna ask you, the saying, the saying goes in terms of basketball knowledge, is you kind of lose the rebounding battle if you play a zone. How does that hold true here, Melissa?
The zone pulls out the players a bit, and like I said, UPIS is finding, or Zobel is finding those gaps, and that's why they have so many players on the inside battling for those boards.
Another repossession. Nope, UPIS has it. Well, the Avila racing down the court. Looks for his friends. It's 𝔐𝔫𝔬𝔫 now. 3:35 in this period. The 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 floater high off the glass. No. Shot clock did not reset. 𝔐𝔫𝔬𝔫 had a quick shooting from the corner. Misfires. Arboleda, guarded by Avila. Near save there by 𝔐𝔫𝔢𝔰. 𝔐𝔬𝔫𝔢𝔰 is in.
9.2 seconds on the shot clock, 9.2 seconds to shoot.
9.2 on the shot clock for Isabel. Alas, to 𝔐𝔬𝔢. Somebody has to put it up. Kiefer does. And I don't think Isabel knew they had enough time on the clock.
Yes, Kiefer recognized it, but just too late as they let the shot clock expire. And it's opportunities like this where UPIS needs to convert on these unforced turnovers from Isabel.
Good score quarter so far for UPIS. 18 points so far. They're asking for a continuation on that sequence. Referee says otherwise.
Number 19, Arboleda. That's his first personal.
Foul on Arboleda. So 2:50 to play here in the third. 𝔐𝔬𝔢𝔬𝔫, that jumper catches air.
Again, the shot selection by UPIS not the greatest. I think they should facilitate more and get a much more open looks, I should say.
Daha, big control for the finish. It was just a 6-point game early in the third, but now Isabel back in control. 𝔐𝔫𝔬𝔫, tough angle, couldn't get it. Arboleda challenges the defense, and he will go to the line.
Looking at this pass by Kiefer to the inside, and that's where they've been excelling all game long. Inside the paint area on those dives.
At the line is Alvin Arboleda. First, the son of PBA standout Winnie Arboleda. The body type is eerily similar. The body plan of wide hips, wide back, wide body. And it's Arboleda basketball bloodline here for Isabel.
And it's so great to watch these next generation of players out here on this court today.
And these second generation stars across all 8 schools.
You could tell that the game of basketball is in good hands with this next generation, Yo-Yo.
These are big kids, good as I know you've noticed. These are big kids. Here comes Arboleda. 1:45 in the period. Alas tried to whip a pass inside, but that is a turnover.
UPIS lucky on that possession. That was a wide open look there.
𝔐𝔫𝔬𝔫 with the switch. He has 𝔐𝔞𝔫𝔬𝔫 on him. Instead, they go to the other side. Now it's back to 𝔐𝔫𝔬𝔫. Deep three, misfires. Saved by Alas. Here comes Arboleda. 1:20 remaining. 𝔐𝔬𝔬𝔬. Jumper on the way. Can't get it. Oh, look at that rebound.
Can Ħinġa just dominating there inside that paint to get that rebound.
They snatch it away, and Zabel is now up 69-52. We'll take a quick break. And the interior game has been working well for Zabel. Look at that tenacious rebound by 𝔐𝔫𝔦𝔰.
We saw Zabel out-rebounding UPIS 46-26 here in this game today.
And you could tell that rebounding has been a point of emphasis for Zabel after they were out-rebounded by FEU.
And what great adjustments we see there. It shows that they're learning early on in the season from that game, their last game. Like you said, they were greatly out-rebounding, but that's where they're excelling today.
At the line is 𝔐𝔞𝔰𝔞𝔰 because LaSalle is a penalty.
And these free throws are an easy way to slowly close this gap. So these are, each and every free throw will be crucial moving forward in this game.
Talked about the short rotation of UPIS. Just six players fielded in so far. As 𝔐𝔞𝔰𝔞𝔰 misses the two free throws. Santa Maria, great patience. Does not get the bucket. 2 for 1. Should the Fighting Maroons jack it up? Yes, they do. Ball is saved, but it ends up on the LaSalle bench.
UPIS only shooting 25% from the three-point range. So struggling from the perimeter today, which is quite odd because they're #1 in perimeter points so far in the league.
A tough angle there from Mangan. Last shot time for UPIS, but a little bit too quick there. Now down to the last 5 seconds. Arguleda sees the time, but does not see the ball. It went by him. So at the end of 3, LaSalle 69 and UPIS 52. Let's revisit some of the highlights.
Yes, UPIS showed some fight early in this third quarter. I like that they came out with that sense of urgency. Daryl hit 8 crucial points for them. However, again, on the defensive end, they just have too many lapses, and LaSalle Zabel has been capitalizing on those and dominating in the paint, especially on those rebounds.
You mentioned that hard start. It was just a 6-point game, but then LaSalle extended that lead once again, so now it's 69-52 at the end of 3. After 30 minutes of play, UPIS staring at this huge deficit. Score reads 69-52 in favor of the De La Salle Zabel Junior Archers. This is our second game of our doubleheader in the boys division. Thank you for joining us on the Filipinas Live app. J.O. Sarmiento joined by Melissa Newsom. And this game has belonged so far for Zabel as we take a look at the quarter scoring.
Yes, we saw off the jump, LaSalle Zabel had set the tone to this game. They have won every quarter so far, and UPIS is showing some fight, but again, defensively, they need to get stops just like that and convert.
And Daryl Badiavida will lead that fight for UPIS.
UPIS desperately needs more possessions like that.
And just like that, right on cue. Can they convert here? Jumper on the way, back-to-back hits for Daryl Badiavida.
And we saw the same energy in the third quarter, coming out with that sense of urgency, but can they maintain it throughout all 9 minutes of this quarter?
And UPIS actually started that third period in a 9-2 run, but then Zabel came roaring back and extended this lead.
to the easy two, and then on that next possession, another steal. And UPIS showing some fight here.
And Charles Imano gets the score going for Zobel, 71-56, 8:45 to play. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 sees an opening and gets the deuce.
I love these offensive possessions we're getting by UPIS. They're being more patient with the ball and making the right plays.
And now is the time to mount a comeback if you're UP. But if you're LaSalle, looking to keep pressing that gas pedal. Alas, leaves it. Nice hand-side move by Dimano. Can't control it though.
It's important that UPIS converts on each and every possession now.
𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 can't get the angle, but he will get the benefit of a whistle.
Here, just too easy on this inbounds. Again, LaSalle Zobel using their inside presence. But here we see UPIS heading to the line for that and one. And I think we saw earlier in the game, earlier this morning, Yo-Yo, that no matter the lead, we've seen teams close this gap. So there's still a lot of time left in this game.
You're exactly right. And talking about that last game, USC was up by 27 points, up big entering the fourth, and then FEU Diliman came roaring back, even had the lead just a few moments away, but USC was able to hold on to that 1-point win. And you're right, anything can happen.
Still a lot of time left, but however, as the clock winds down, the margin for error is very small.
Espina looking for room to shoot. He does not have it. Ball goes back to him. Espina elevating, can finish. Daha gets the deuce plus a foul.
See here, Daha just asserting his dominance again, using that height advantage and grabbing that rebound and heading to the line for and one.
Daha 10 rebounds so far to go along with his 15 points. Can't connect, but Alas is there for the putback.
That is the 18th offensive rebound of LaSalle Zobel.
Valdivia looking to create. Drops it off, but that goes to nowhere.
Good intention there, just couldn't quite connect.
Coming up on 7 minutes remaining in this ball game. Zobel looking for win number 2. Dimano been working hard in the paint, goes back outside. Babeliano. Alas will try. Alas off the glass it is.
LaSalle Zobel really capitalizing on these second chance points.
Hernandez can't connect on that 3. Alas looking ahead. Daha, great patience. Daha adjusts midair for 2.
Just great transition offense, and then Daha on the other end with that patience, like you mentioned, Yo-Yo. And here we see these second chance points are going to be the Achilles heel of UPIS.
Look at that adjustment mid-air, goes through the sign of the cross mid-air. So LaSalle is still up 79. UPIS is 58. 6:39 to play. Back inside the big dome. And the game has been dominated so far by that man, Kiefer Alas, who already has a triple-double, 15 points, 15 rebounds, 11 dimes. What a performance so far by him.
Yes, huge game by Alas, and that doesn't come to much a surprise, as he's had a great season so far. Although they've just had 2 games, he's put up really big numbers.
deep reverse does not work there. Davao stops, pops, can't connect. Villa racing down the court. He will challenge the defense. Spinaroonie for Daniel.
What a nice spin move there. Super quick and just got to the basket. Exactly where he wanted to go with it.
UPIS may be struggling with wins, but the entertainment value is through the roof if you're watching UPIS. As Espina misses. Foul goal against Daha, I believe.
Looking back at this spin move from Daryl. Just absolutely leaving the defense behind. And what a good read, knowing where he wanted to go with that ball. There again using his quickness, which has been his advantage here in this game today.
Alas with the basketball. Here's Alas. 5.5 to play. Alas looking for a friend. Goes inside. As Atienza gets the bucket. And I believe that is Alas's 12th assist. Yes, it is. Talking about the last is the first Zobel Archer since Simon Atkins with a triple-double. Espina left all alone. Just a soft dunk for Wacky.
Almost touched the rim there, but I think he wanted to secure the points.
It would be more embarrassing if he would have missed that dunk. Valdivia misses. Possession by UPIS. Davao saves it. He has Espina. Espina crossover. Jumper. Too strong.
You see UPIS trying to push the ball and swing the pace into their favor.
Alas. Rises over the defense. What a game so far from him. Truly an all-around performance.
All around indeed, Yo-Yo. It's nice to see that he's not only a scorer, he's also a great facilitator.
In the meantime, Darren Valdivia continues to pour it on. 22 big points for him. Making 24 rather. Alas. No, it's late, but it's the Valdivia versus Alas show that we've been waiting for.
Yes, we said at the beginning of the game that matchup was going to be exciting to watch. And these two scorers are really producing offensively for their teams. Look at here, keeper Alas just creating that space with that push off and knocking down that two-point shot. And when the ball is in his hands, it just, he moves so fluid with it.
So 87 to 66. Big numbers across the board for the Archers. Kiefer Alas with a triple-double. Daha with a huge double-double. 4 players make it 5 double players. 5 players in double figures. Talking about Zobel.
Not only do you have 5 players in double digits, but LaSalle Zobel also have 40 points from their bench. So all-around game from their whole squad.
Daha, outside they go. Davao misfires. Ken Atienza has been working hard on the glass.
Absolutely dominating on the boards.
Seems that every time we're mentioning him, he's out for offensive rebound. High looping 3 does not work for 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢. Ahead they go to Daha. And he is fouled.
And And how about that court vision from 𝔍𝔫𝔦𝔰, getting the ball on the other end of the court, but seeing his teammate running down, and the ability to make that pass. It's impressive.
Our referees will be taking a review on that last foul against the UPIS on Bondaha. Of course, they're looking if that contact was excessive. Yeah, but what a game so far for Isabel. 89 points. We still have 2:44 to play.
Yes, and one thing they've done really well, one of the many things they've done well, is their rebounds. We can't seem to mention enough their rebounding. And looking here at what the refs are reviewing, this foul.
Yes, it is a sportsmanlike foul. Foul on unsportsmanlike foul called on 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰.
Might have been that swipe down on the way down because they were both airborne.
Of course, that is deemed an excessive contact. So 2 free throws plus ball possession for Zobel.
2 free throws for Bonda.
Zobel averaging 73% from the free throw line. And today they are shooting at 43%.
Ball possession for the Nelson Junior Archers. Shot clock at 14 seconds.
So here's that extra possession by LaSalle. I think the second and third units are in for Zobel, but does not matter. They're still scoring. 92 points for Zobel.
I'm sure LaSalle Zobel is looking to break 100 points here.
And what is it about the high school games right now? You see Adamson, 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰, all putting up big scoring numbers as 𝔘𝔫𝔦 scores again.
It's just high scoring displays we've seen here in this season so far. And it's still so early, Yo-Yo. These teams have only played 3 times.
Now we have a massive substitution for Zobel, as 𝔘𝔫𝔦 will take a seat.
Much deserved rest for LaSalle Zobel starters.
Just putting on the finishing touches of this game. A terrific all-around performance by Alas. And the scoring continues for Manganan.
Getting in that lane and 2 UPIS players on him. And it is a clear foul there on that play.
JK Manganan at the line. Try to complete the 3-point play. They're looking ahead. This is a great bounce back win for Zobel. 2-1. And what have you liked most about the game so far?
What I liked most about Zobel's game is how great they were at finding the gaps in UP's defense, whether it was a 2-3 or a man. They were able to pass the ball, operate their offense, and just find those gaps and score.
Talking about scoring champ, Ariola gets on the scoring column. And for UPIS, of course, much to improve. What do you think should be the point of emphasis, as that basket is good from Vero?
looking here.
Set there, rather, sorry.
Getting that offensive rebound, going up strong, and he's headed to the line for an and one opportunity. And I think what UPIS should focus more on in their next game is their defense, because here they did struggle to get their offense flowing for them, but I think what really was the kicker was that they could not stop 𝔍𝔞𝔪 from scoring.
They surrendered 90 points from USC last game. Now 𝔍𝔞𝔪 is at 98, looking at the century mark. The UP crowd still cheering on their boys. We love to see that kind of support from the crowd. As 𝔬𝔦𝔬𝔬𝔬 gets the juice. Of course, UP crowd will be here later at 4 o'clock to cheer on the Fighting Maroons against the Green Archers for Game 2 of the UAAP Finals. But before that, we still have the women's finals between UST and NU.
An exciting day of basketball, Yo-Yo.
I know, we could possibly crown 2 champions, or maybe force a deciding 3rd game come Wednesday. Let's see. Lopez can connect inside, but Villa still working his magic, and he will go to the line.
That's one thing UPIS has done a good job at today. They have shot 17 free throws. They've been to the line.
24 points for Villa. Not to mention 10 rebounds, 5 steals. Last year's Rookie of the Year, putting on a sensational sophomore season so far in just a small sample size.
You know, that's so impressive, because when you come into a season as a Rookie of the Year, you know you're on the top of everyone's radar and scouting report. So for him to still be able to put up monster numbers, it's quite impressive.
Well, the leader will sit the last 15 seconds here, and I don't think 𝔍𝔞𝔪 will take a shot. No, they will not. Last 5 seconds. Just waiting for the final score, and what has been a tremendous showing by 𝔍𝔞𝔪. The final buzzer has sounded, and the final score is 100 in favor of Lasam, and UPIS 76. 𝔍𝔞𝔪 hits the century mark in an incredible display of offense and defense, Melissa.
Yes, great two-way game for 𝔍𝔞𝔪. But I think what really won them this game was their rebounding and getting those second chance points. And of course, great game by keeper Alas.
Alas with a triple-double, 19 points, 17 rebounds, 13 assists. And what has impressed you the most from his game so far today, Melissa?
Yes, like I said, we knew he was a scorer, but for him to play both ends of the court, grab 17 rebounds, and also facilitate well, get his teammates open, and with those 13 assists. So again, a great all-around game from Alas, and I'm expecting him to produce greatly more in the season.
The first triple-double since a guy named Simon Atkins donned the 𝔍𝔞𝔪 jersey.